Alright, welcome back into a very speedy champion select for the final best of 3 series. I have Karev with me here for commentary.
AK no amigos. AK no amigos. I'm gonna help Alex with production. Casting today.
Yeah.
They started with Morgan Aban. What could I say? Chicken noodle soup was. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so then we have a little bit more time to talk and prepare for this.
Yeah. Okay, then.
Yeah, so maybe just like draw it again, like you are the jungler for Gotland Guardians White.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it. Just give me a second so I prepare the position of my computer.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we can go check over the team rosters again. Of course, we already saw both of these teams play today.
I played against both of them, so I can.
Yeah, and we also, it's interesting because this was actually, Team Purple versus Team Black was actually the first game of the entire tournament. And now we are also finishing off the entire tournament in a best of 3 between them. So on Team Purple's roster, we have Rysor in the top lane. We have Fengi in the jungle, Normie in the mid lane, Kali on ADC, and Chicken Noodle Soup on the support position. Now with fixed internet. Yeah.
Okay, when we look to the top sides, we saw Razor, which is he's a tank player, and he's used to play tanks. As I played with him in challenger mode games before, he prefers Saya mostly.
Okay.
But seems like he can play every role since he played Silas last game, and it was quite good actually, even with that punishment in the lane. When we move to jungle, as I see from Feigi's champ pool, he decides to wants to play scaling champs with overall good early game like Kindreds, and
yeah, and it seems like we are coming back into the champion select again, so we can't go too much into the team comps.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so as expected from Team Purple, we get the obligatory Shaco ban, because you cannot give that to We Flip It. He's Shaco one trick more or less, so.
I must not fall.
There's AD carry bans.
Yeah, double AD carry ban as well as a Morgana, and then we instantly get the tank.
The horn is here. Okay, and yeah,
we've seen this like most of the games, so
it's so common in this tournament. Yeah. And there's a Lilia pick. Lily is a good jungler. Let's see how his
that's very interesting, because We Flip It has played a lot of different AP junglers, but we haven't seen the Fiddlesticks yet, so this is gonna be very interesting to watch. I wonder if it's because maybe in the second phase we get some more jungle bans here, that they pick the Fiddles.
That might be the reason. As a jungler, since I know the matchup...
Never mind, they're going all out of ban.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, so let's see, Lucian is... Caitlyn is still open, so we're probably gonna see a Caitlyn pick here.
We might be.
Because Caitlyn is still fairly strong. It could be... I was about to say Caitlyn versus Jhin, but Jhin is also banned. So Caitlyn and...
But to be honest, I expect Jinx and Lulu from them right now, because Chicken Noodles took one.
Yeah, but Jinx is banned as well, because that's also what we saw them play really well.
Yeah.
Okay, Kali is picking up a Vayne. And Cranium, usually the very aggressive AD carry player, will take Caitlyn. Okay.
Wow, man. And here goes
I really wanted to see how this actually played out in the actual draft, because Vayne Caitlyn lane sounds horrible for Purple.
It's totally, unwinnable. You can't do anything, you can't have push, you can't help your jungler, which is Lilia wants to take resources from river, like Scuttle Crabs.
But because there was so many like AD carry bans in the second phase, I feel like both of them must have left the AD carries open for the second phase, because both teams banned AD carries. But also, why would you do that if you don't then first pick Caitlyn? I don't know.
I mean, since all of the drafts in this tournament making from the pro draft, which is a program
Pro
that
draft.
provides people that don't have all the champions, we can see the pick orders actually, and people is just picking their own champs. So we can't actually discuss about that, but as I see, Vayne Caitlyn matchup is totally horrible. Let's see how it's gonna end up.
Yeah, I mean, then of course, like, you have the Lulu and Alistar as well, so it shouldn't change the matchup too much. Alistar could provide with engage onto the Vayne if she ever steps up. So if anything, that just makes this lane even harder to play from the side of Kali and Noodle Soup.
Beside of Alistar picks laning phase, I mean, it's so utility because they have Diana and Shan, which the champions wants to go in and kill the AD carry of Black team Black. So Alistar might work very well this game. Let's see.
Yeah, Alistar is great at peeling away dive champions, and I mean, you have so much just pure engage from Team Purple that relies on getting close in your face, and Alistar is great at shutting that down. Although on for the Diana, it is one of Normie's better champions, so it's interesting that he gets to play it again.
Yeah, it worked well last game, so let's see how it's gonna end this way. But I'm actually very curious about Malzahar pick. I mean, that champion has
the counter pick to the Diana specifically, actually.
I mean, I don't know actually. Yeah, you have ult, you push the lane very fast, blah blah. But the thing is, he's so targetable. They have Shan, Lilia, which can just CC chain them. I don't know. Diana can dash to him. I mean, I don't know actually. Mid matchups this kind of seems funny, and it's overall. I can say that it's an even draft when I look at teams. In the bot lane, Team Black wins so hard. In the top right of the map, I think that Purple's draft is way better. So let's see.
Yeah, it's hard to call the draft, but I think I have to give a slight advantage to Black just because of the bot side. And normally I would say a Fiddlesticks relies so much on like vision and stealth that he's very exploitable, but we also saw WeFlip It playing amazingly well from the vision denial on the Evelyn a few games before. So I think he would be able to pull off Fiddlesticks.
I mean, he played a good game of Evelyn, and he used the visual. I mean, the invisible passive of Evelyn very well. So let's see if he's gonna use the same tactics again. Try to ambush his enemies with Fiddlesticks, because that's what you have to do if you want to have a good team fight. I mean, using your ult over walls.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. So this is it's definitely gonna be an explosive game as well. We have, I mean, because we've seen Cranium play super aggressively on these ADCs before. On the other hand, we've seen Riser be super aggro. So this is gonna be a very interesting game to watch. And with that, we will see you when we get back into the game. And now we are into the game. Seems like we'll be going for a fairly standard start. Or maybe no. Yeah, Team Black actually grouping up early on. Let's see if they do something sneaky. Normie stepping up toward the Raptor camp. Takes a little bit of damage, but doesn't get too caught out.
he can recall before laning phase starts. Yeah, he's gonna do that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think that Team Purple is gonna invade anyways. They playstyle seem like pretty much
Yeah.
passive, and let's see how it's gonna go. And
Yeah.
oh,
No. Purple.
they
Yeah.
already
Yellow.
have
Purple
a
has.
watch. Yeah.
Yeah. So both teams got in some vision. Purple got in vision on the Raptor camp of the enemy team, while Team Black settled for some river vision. Both of these teams have played it fairly. I mean, fairly slow overall, other than the bot lane where Cranium and Cedric have been super aggressive.
They're waiting for ambush, but I don't think they're gonna take it because they're
No.
waiting for it.
No, and we see Lilia starting with the Raptor clear. She has great AoE, so it's easy for her to do that. And Fiddles, it doesn't look like he might be trying to 2-camp since he's pulling the blue buff out very far. Because that's something you can do with Fiddle. You can take multiple camps at once because of your sock. It doesn't seem like he's doing it this time though.
It's actually grants you so much time when you are clearing camps, and this way you can even clear faster than Lilia, which is the one of the most fast camp clear champions right now. But it seems like BO3 didn't want to do it.
So Lilia's doing a full topside clear. Is that going to try and go for an early top lane gank, maybe?
Let's see what he's thinking about.
He's offing towards the top side away from his bottom side. So it would be hard for him to do anything else other than the drive-by in the top lane.
The reason I think why he started from Raptors, because he didn't want to relieve his position in the jungle and keep their bot lane under pressure. And since Lilia can clear the Raptor so fast, you hit level 2 faster. That's pretty what he wanted to do, but yeah, here's the 2-camp clear comes.
Yeah, because for Lilia, since oh, never mind, he missed positions and the resets the Raptors. Oh,
it happens.
Yeah. So we get some sub-optimal clears from both of these champions actually, with Lilia wasting some time walking up to the ground, and the Fiddlesticks being mispositioned to double camp. Either way, both of them are clearing well, and both of them look like they were converging on the bot side scuttle after taking their buffs.
Let's see if they're gonna see each other and try to do something.
I mean, Fiddles should definitely win this. He's much more healthy, and also
they don't have a bot lane prior. Yeah, that's the important thing. Fiddle is definitely gonna take it, and Lilia finished her first full clear. She's gonna go base probably.
Yeah.
Or
never mind. Do we see a? Oh, we see a little ball. Let's go in the wrong direction though.
They know where Fiddlestick is because she placed the wards in the entrance of both jungle.
Yeah,
and now he's gonna.
Fiddlestick is going mid, but they should be able to spot it out, and Normie just backs off under tower and doesn't take any damage from it. But now Fiddles is actually moving up to the Raptor camps to steal them away.
Oh no. I mean, it's so bad for Feige actually. There's a wait.
Yeah, we have a fight in the bot lane. Early damage coming out from the Caitlyn. Gets stunned up, but doesn't find the kill, but that was really close. Meanwhile, it looks like in the mid lane, Normie stepped up to force reflip it away from the Raptors. And in the top lane, we just have some trading back and forth. Rysar taking some hefty chunks of damage there on the Shan.
I mean, top matchup is so ordinary, there's nothing special. No. You know what's gonna happen, 2 tanks hitting each other. But I think that Ornn wins fairly by...
Ornn wins just about every top lane matchup because of Ornn. He's such a stupid champion. But anyway, Razor is doing a good way just holding on to his life here, and he has a very small far bleed as well, so...
Let's see if Lilia is gonna try something. But I think that blue side knows where he is.
Yeah. Ornn is out of mana, so if you wanna try to gank top, now would be the time. But Rysar is also super low and has run out of potions, so... And Myla moving up here, just getting some vision down, but there's some really good vision coverage in the top side river.
Yeah, really. I don't know how necessary that ward was actually. There was already one, you know, scuttle and one top.
Yeah, they could probably try to go for the warding the bush behind red buff instead.
Yeah, actually that would be way better. But I think that he didn't want to lose some time while doing this, since the Diana is pushing so fast and want a reset right now.
Yeah, and also, I mean, there is still the threat of Diana going all in on him if he steps too
Dragon
far.
Effect.
Oh,
no.
we flip it, sneaking in from the side here. Rice are holding on to his
First
life,
blood.
will go down in the end. Blue Psyduck also just 2 hits away from dying, slowly heals up. And the Lilia is just too squishy, now Norm is going in. But is it gonna be enough? The death takes out, we flip it, and now it's chasing down Blue Psyduck. Grants another, but he's under tower and he will fall. And yeah. Now Rysar is back here, teleporting up to the top lane, making sure he doesn't lose too much minions. Yikes!
Yeah, that was an intense fight.
Yeah.
I thought that Team Black win is so hard when Ornn hit 6 after killing the Shen.
Yeah, that was... And he
that
healed
teleport.
up a lot with both the grasp and the potions as well. But then... oh yeah, and he healed up with the catalyst, he healed when he leveled up as well. Because he got a lot of HP back there when he dinged 6.
Alright.
But Normie was able to pick up 2 kills, and if this Diana gets ahead, she can be super scary.
I mean, Malzahar don't have any chance against Diana if she gets so far. He can't even stay in lane.
Yeah, no, I mean, he does have the passive, which prevents CC and reduces the damage of the first hit. So it's harder for him to get bursted, but if he can just land some poke before she goes in, he is completely dead. Which probably is why he's staying in the top lane, where he doesn't get killed.
I mean, they probably switched because their minion rates were not that good, so they didn't want to lose all of the minions, so they made it a switch. Let's see if they're gonna switch after they took a reset.
No, I think this is a really good lane switch from Black, because Malzahar is not at risk of dying against the Shen as much as it is against Diana, and Diana will also have a hard time killing Ornn.
Is he?
Never mind, Riser is going ham. Oh, he flashes auto attacks, he will go down to the tower, but he trades 1 for 1 in the top lane. Yeah, it seems like Blue Psyduck is perfectly happy sitting in the mid lane. Just Ornn things.
Yeah, that's one thing. But it seems like
taking some damage here, but with the Ornn Horn coming in, I think Normie is actually gonna be losing this trade because of the Brittle proc dealing so much damage. You know, just Ornn things. But there's a Brittle stick coming out of nowhere! Surprise party!
And that means Dragon for Guardians Black.
Yeah, that means Black gets to pick up the dragon.
They can contest it. Their bot lane is like so behind.
Yeah,
and
okay.
There is
Never mind. We got some mention here in our secret production channel that Normie is having some lag issue as that went down, sadly. But yeah, so after a very chaotic fight, or set of fights around mid lane, it seems like Team Black is building up a small lead.
Look at Fiddle's 6 items. He finished the jungle item, which is the biggest power spike.
Yeah,
that's the biggest really power spike.
Yeah, it helps his clear speed even more, and I mean, yeah, okay, so we will be expecting a pause to come in here shortly. Probably. Let's see, it doesn't seem like the teams are calling it right now. Maybe the issues start. Oh, right, yeah.
Bad trade trials by Ornn, Chamistas, I guess.
Yeah, so when I mentioned the pause, that will come in shortly because we as well are having a 3-minute spectator delay. But yeah, Fiddlesticks. Really, really scary, and I mean, Weeflippin has been really good at navigating it, being at the right time, and as we mentioned, that it looks like he's preparing a gank in the top lane. Does get spotted out by Lilia though, and gets slept. And with that, a big bong. Good use of Sonia's, buying some time, and the fear as well, forcing Lilia away. But he does go down. Let's see if Warren can turn this around with a brittle proc. Gets a kill on Rysar. And it looks like Lilia is ready to prance away after that.
That's the problem of Fiddlesticks, actually.
Yeah.
When you enter the CC chain, and if you can't press your Zonyans, like flip it. Oh, here's a.
Yeah, there we get the pause that I mentioned earlier. But yeah, well, I mean, we can use that to talk about that play again, because I mean, Fiddlesticks was trying to set up a gank on Rysar in the top lane, but he gets spotted out and collapsed on. But I mean, with the drain and the Sonya, he's able to buy a lot of time, which lets Psyduck dish out a lot of damage and get a kill on Rysar in return.
Yeah, I mean, that play was bad for Black because there was a ward and they didn't know that there was a ward. I think that VFlipit used his passive to the behind of the wall, not in the bush, so they didn't know there was a vision.
Yeah, no, he placed the Scarecrow behind in the tri-bush.
Yeah. So thus they CC chain him, and actually Lilia works pretty well in situations like that. So they kill him, but anyways, they get the kill from Razor. It's okay for them. Orn gets more kills. He gets more tanky. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, Lilia as well, getting a bit of extra money helps to make up the goal difference in the jungle, because VFlipit was starting to run away with that.
Yeah, there is not that much gold difference actually, as I expected after the skills, and yeah, actually all of the goals are pretty close to each other. But I want to talk about bot lane. There is a 30 CS difference between two AD carries, and that means 800 gold, which is huge. But that's what you expect from Caitlyn versus Swain matchup, I guess. But what I expect from Team Black actually to leave Alistar to roams actually, because he can't do anything right now. They're perma pushing the wave, and he's just sitting in the bush.
Yeah, I would have expected Alistar to try and roam towards the mid lane a bit more, because Diana is a very gankable champion as well. And Malzahar is, I mean, he has his ult, so he can set up like ganks as well with that. It looks like we'll be coming back into the game though.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, but it's good that you mentioned the CS difference in the bot lane, because you always expect Caitlyn to win in CS, but against such an extremely short-range champion like the Vayne, it just hurts even more. Because you really can't step up.
I mean, Vayne is gonna be useful anyways with Lulu, so let's see how they're gonna...
Yeah, like once we get to these later fights, Vayne gets her Rage Blade and get the Lulu buffs on top of her, she's gonna deal out so much damage. But I mean, if you want a Rage Blade, you gotta buy it. It costs gold, and she's not getting too much gold right now.
I mean, both teams seems like they're completely ignoring the bot lane and play around mid and top, which is so normal.
It's something we have seen in this entire tournament. All teams have been playing very heavily around the top to mid lanes and just kind of leaving bot lane alone. Which is interesting, considering we have like Cranium being such an aggressive ADC and Centric being a playmaker, like looking for plays constantly.
I mean, most of the fights in bot lane appears because of the Dragon. As long as Dragon is not alive, they just don't intend to do anything with bot lane. I think they're just leaving them to farm. Because both of Caitlyn and Vayne is a good chance in late game anyways.
Yeah.
With item power spikes.
Yeah, that's fair. And in the mid lane, it seems like, I mean, Malzahar has just been trying to play safe, not dying to the Diana anymore. So the game has slowed down its pace significantly, and we're getting back to more of just a farm fest here.
I mean, there's a Rift alive, and there's still plates, so they might want to take it, since Team Black has a prior in top lane. And actually, the fact that Mother can push so easily too, so if they want to take it, they can take it, I think. Here's the game going top. Okay.
Oh, we have a surprise party in the mid lane, but it seems like Diana is able to walk out of it.
I think what? Oh,
never mind. Steps up a little too far. Does not burn down in the end due to a very good stand United. But that was...
That was total disrespect. I mean,
Yeah.
normally should respect their CC chain, because Fiddle himself has like...
Yeah, you have the fear, and then you have the
Yeah.
pointing... you have 2 point-and-click CCs. You have to respect that. You can't just walk back up again.
I mean, actually, one of them is not point on killing. It's a skill shot, but yeah, it's fairly easy to land, and
Yeah.
it took like 3 seconds CC chain, and with Mazar ult, oh my god, it's not.
Yeah, no,
fun
and you have
to play.
Mazar ult, and then you can follow it up with a silence as well. Both the champions have
Oh.
silence they can follow it up with.
There's something happening in bot lane.
Cedric misses the combo due to a good condemn from Vayne,
There
and
you
when
Oh.
he's beefy though, and it is Normie that goes down first in the end. Noodle Soup flashing behind Autistically
Oh.
Wet, causing them to die. That's not really what you want to see from a support.
There's the first tower and the Drake. That means a huge
Yeah.
lead, and the AD gap is just became bigger. Oh, here's a flash.
Yeah, that's yeah. Now the Caitlyn is just unlocked. You got the tower, they got another Drake. It looks like we will be getting an Infernal Soul as well, and now they're free to just put Kate in mid lane to perma-shove that instead. Or they can rotate her up to top side to take that tower. Regardless, Black can do kind of whatever they want at this point, and Purple are just forced to answer that.
Actually, I think that they might be top, because since the Rifter is still alive and none of the teams have, approached it,
Yeah.
maybe Caitlyn can go with it. Oh, never mind, she's going bot. I think that he wants to, push the bot wave, then move to mid, maybe. I don't know. And
Yeah,
because
I
of
feel
the
like
reason-
it's a bit of a shame, to be honest, because Caitlyn could do more,
Yeah,
get
I'm-
more done in one of the
yeah.
other lanes at this point.
I'm definitely agree with you. But the thing is, Mother is not a good side lane champion since they have Diana, and Diana can answer it pretty
Yeah.
well, even if she's behind. So this might be
Yeah,
the
no.
reason why they didn't want to.
Yeah, Diana is definitely strong in a side lane, but the problem here is that Vayne doesn't really have long enough range to play mid against Malzahar confidently, I don't think. And she doesn't have cleanse either, so I don't think she can step into the mid lane at all.
We are seeing purple bot lane moving to top. Oh, never mind, they're not gonna move.
No.
I mean, the thing that I don't know why Lulu is staying with Vayne right now, because it's better for her to solo XP while
Yeah.
Lulu is roaming and helping his team.
Yeah, and because now it seems like Black is moving towards the Rift Herald, and
Yeah, they
with
want
the
it.
current members, Purple is not in position to contest that. Yeah, just a little hello shot there coming in from Cranium.
I mean, good macro play by Team Black.
Yeah.
But I think that they should have taken this long earlier, because they had chances, they could have used on the plates. But now it means mid tower probably. Let's see what they're gonna do with the Herald.
I mean, if they group up, they might be able to take mid tower, but the tower itself is fairly healthy. Of course, it doesn't have the plates either anymore, so it should be easy to take. But okay, never mind. It's half.
Yeah, it's gonna die.
Yeah, that's gonna be gone if they drop it.
But actually, I was expecting a surprise part from we flip it in the Raptors of red side to under tower, but it seems like they didn't try it. It was kind of risky too.
Yeah.
They might search for a fight for the usage of Herald.
Yeah, but the problem here is that, I mean, We Flip It is already ahead of the Lila a little bit, and then if you look at the top lane, I mean, the Ornn is winning the trades against Shen, and Ornn also scales extremely well. And in the bot lane, you also have the Caitlyn just being a menace, constantly pushing, so Purple doesn't have many places on the map they can play through.
I mean, I don't know if you saw that, but Ornn has a Sheen, which is... Can Ornn upgrade the, ice gauntlets, or... Because
Yeah, there's an upgraded version of Iceborne Gauntlet, I'm pretty sure.
Okay then. Okay then, because that was the question of me. I
think
thought that...
at least. But either way, his first ornament is gonna be the Abyssal Mask, so...
Yeah. Oh, here's the ult to mid lane.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I get the Sheen is just because he recognized he will be staying in the side lane a lot, so he wanna be able to trade more effectively with the Shen.
That might be. We see
Oh,
Cedric.
Cedric taking a lot of damage, might have to pop ult to get out of this.
Oh no.
Decides to hold on to it and just takes the death.
I mean,
And
if
I mean,
he
the
had
kill
people,
does go over to the support rather than the Vayne, so it's not that bad, but it's also not good to die, you know?
we shouldn't forget that it's a Lulu. It's a Lulu which buying supportive items like Ardens, Mikhails.
Yeah,
They're so useful.
yeah, no, she can, with once the Ardent Sensor comes in, for example, that can add a lot of damage to Vayne as well.
But of course, you prefer the Vayne.
Yeah, no, because Vayne is still sitting on one item, while on the other hand you have Kate already completing her second item.
I mean,
with the Storm Razor, this Caitlyn is gonna hit really hard on those charged up attacks, and it slow you.
in the third Drake, I don't know if she gonna reach 3 items, but which we know,
I don't
Caitlyn's
think
biggest
so,
power.
but it's really close.
Yeah. Caitlyn's biggest power spike is the third item, Faceoff, because she got all of the IE, the Storm Raider, and the Rapid Fire Cannon probably.
Yeah.
Then she has an infinite range. Oh, here's
Fengi getting caught out, but Stand United comes in, letting him survive. Nice two-man taunt from Rysar. And we flip it now with his cooldowns down. Seem to be caught out. Just a flash out. 2 flashes to follow him. But meanwhile, Cranium is dishing out so much damage in the backline. And yeah, this fight is just a mess from all sides. Fighting on all sides. Cedric surviving with tiny sliver of HP as Milo the Miner and Blue Psyduck cleans up Normie and Rysar.
that means third Drake.
That means that the third Drake will be picked up easily by Team Black, despite having their jungler down. Because the fight was so spread out that Purple wasn't able to focus down a single target. They just got multiple to them really low.
I want to remember that Fiddle didn't even ulted in this fight. He was not in the position, and they still won with KT.
Yeah, they started the fight by catching out Chicken Noodle Soup without even using the Fiddle ult. And then good use of the stopwatch there Sonya's bought him enough time for the rest of the team to come. And then the focus from Team Purple was just too split for them to pick up any kills.
I mean, they shouldn't fight like that. They're not a so tanky team. They need Shan as a front line, but they...
Yeah, the fight was way too spread out for them to really be able to do anything. And also, like, both Fengi and Noodle Soup was forced out of the fight very early on.
That's not a good fight. They used all of their ultimates on single enemies. Like, there was an ultimate on single person, like, I think it was Fiddlesticks.
No, but if they had been able to kill Fiddlestick and then back off, I think it would have been worth it. But continuing the fights and splitting up after burning so many resources is not good. Meanwhile, Ryze are taking some damage here under the tower. Not too much, but he might have to back off here because the tower is about to fall, and there is 3 men here. Meanwhile, there's... Oh, maybe we can see some sneak around here.
Yeah,
and Cedric is stepping up real far, but never mind. Rysar is gone. The headshot from Cranium deals so much damage. Cedric, on the other hand, does not go down. That Alistar ultimate giving him so much defenses.
That means Baron. From this state of the game, they pick 1 more turret and they go Baron. They probably take it too. Then they have the prior of the game, pretty much. They take the push. After that, there's a soul respawning, which is...
I mean, it's a 10k gold. It's also interesting enough that the Psyduck actually going for the locket and upgrading that to going for a very more supportive build here. And Cranium with the upgraded Infinity Edge has so much damage output here.
And we saw that how Fiddlesticks works actually last fight. He did lots of damage on their backline. And actually the disappointing thing about this fight was Ryzer died even before the fight started, so they didn't have a front line.
Yeah, no, he was half HP, and then Fiddle and the Fiddlestick and Caitlyn just killed him way too fast before he was able to initiate.
And I don't know if you saw it, but we flip it stopped the engage of Normie, which means they couldn't reach the Caitlyn, and he did 3 damage all along the fight.
Yeah.
So,
you know, Cranium on the backline has been dealing huge damage, and the rest of his team has been really good at peeling for him. Also, it's worth noting that if we switch over to the gold lead, we can see that we actually have a 10k difference. And I mean, I think most notably there is in the top lane where Rysar is still sitting on one single item, so he isn't really that bulky right now, especially against the like 11k gold Caitlyn here. Like you don't have enough stats to survive that simply.
She has 3 items now. She's so huge.
Yeah,
And
I mean
there's
that's
so
a
much
rapid fire coming in, so she can shoot you from even further away. I don't think anyone on Team Purple can contest the Caitlyn. Which makes me question
really
even
do
more
contest.
why they left it open in Champ Select, because they banned so many AD carries, but they left Caitlyn open.
I mean, I don't know how the draft, happened, but Caitlyn versus Vayne and not helping bot lane, while they are the clearly carry of this game. They're
Yeah.
scaling way there. I don't know. That might be a draft mistake. Oh, look at this damage! Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean that's what you're supposed to do against that. I mean, so maybe Kali can finish off the Rageblade soon, but even then, I mean, you haven't hit your 2-item power spike yet when the enemy Caitlyn is sitting on 3. It's just you can't compete with it. Cedric taking a lot of damage, but it's not enough to kill. They can't find a way to kill the Alistar. Normie flashing in, still doesn't get the kill. Shutdown going over to Rysor in the end, but it might be a too little too late. Chicken Soup holding on with the Stand United, and Kali chasing down Milo the Miner, following up with a flash, gets silenced, but you still have your auto attacks. And with that fight, they bought themselves some time, but not enough. Yeah, it seems like while Kali was cleaning up in the jungle, Rysor went down, and Team Black is taking the turret here.
And now they're gonna move to Soul.
Yeah, now they get to move down to the dragon and take the Dragon Soul. And I don't think Purple is in a position to contest this at all.
I don't think they will gonna contest it, because if they try to contest and die here,
Yeah.
the game is gonna finish.
Yeah, but
They
also when you have an enemy Caitlyn with Infernal Soul, she can just one-shot you from across the map,
Yeah.
more or less. So you lose the game anyways.
Sometimes you just have to flip it, I guess.
Yeah.
They didn't try it.
Yeah, I didn't see. So we were focusing on Kali at the end of the last fight, so we didn't see what happened afterwards. But I mean, we flip it, and blue side must have killed Rysar.
I mean, as I see from the end of the fights, Philippines was so low, and there was a Shen ultimate on Chicken Noodle Soup, so they might try to engage to reflip it, and then they got fears, maybe with W of Fiddlesticks, he takes his outback, then
Oh,
oh
never
my
mind.
god.
That's 2 auto attacks, half HP, 3rd auto attacks will finish it off. Yeah, Caitlyn with Infernal Soul.
What could I say? I mean, it's
Looks like
they
she's going for another seal item as well as a final item instead of more AD, but yeah, like whatever, at this point you're killing people anyways.
I mean, the thing with Caitlyn, your passive is scaling with the crit damage, so you want the 100%, and she's gonna go Phantom Dancer probably, which means that now she's not gonna die easily like last time.
Yeah, but yeah, they're taking their second Baron of the game, and I don't know, I have a hard time seeing how Purple is supposed to come back from a 10k gold deficit as well as the Infernal Soul.
I mean, I don't think that game's fate is gonna change after this moment at all, but because there are so many lists.
Maybe if Purple is to come back, it has to be from a very big misstep from Black overextending. I mean, if Caitlyn somehow overextends and gets caught out, maybe they can win a fight. But then you still have to deal with the Fiddlesticks. That also is on 3 items, really strong. And the Malzahar, of course, with like Death Cap and Loot, it's a lot of damage too.
If Purple wants to win this fight, they have to force something with Lily ult, because Lily has flash, and she's going to have her Hourglass soon probably.
Yeah.
So maybe she can try something. But if they let them engage, let the Black Guardians Black engage, I don't think that they have any chance at all.
Yeah,
With
no.
Barry and Marshall.
Yeah, and I mean, you see here, Cedric is walking up over and over. He knows that he can take whatever damage the enemy team throws at him. He just needs to buy space for Cranium to keep hitting.
I mean, actually, subtract of the game as Cedric, he always walks up somewhere and with so much confidence,
Yeah.
he dies. I think that there's some positioning mistakes, but he's playing a litter, so it doesn't matter really.
He's been walking super far forward constantly, and he's only died twice. He's so bulky that he can afford to do this.
I think so. There's 3 inhibitors. I mean,
yeah, I mean, triple inhib down, I don't see purple coming back from this one.
we're gonna watch one last fight. Oh, we can see the damage on Shan.
Yeah. Okay, so Shen, now that he has the Randus as well, he isn't taking as much damage from the Caitlyn, but it is still a bit too much damage for the main tank to take up.
Oh my god.
One shot, almost one-shotting Fengi.
There's a root, but no,
yeah,
not enough.
Fengi, you get a 3-man sleep, but it doesn't matter because his entire team is dead. And yeah, Cedric going for the style point with the fountain dive, and as that, it's game 1.
It was a bad matchup.
Yikes! Yeah, that was. Yeah, so we flip it was really on point with the fiddles here, dealing out a lot of damage. Wrong graphic, I think. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, we flip it with creating so much early pressure with the fiddlesticks, and I mean, Cranium, I've been singing his praises the entire tournament. He's been looking amazing here, especially now when you give him such a champion like Caitlyn that has so much early priority. He just dominated in the laning phase, and from that point, he just kept scaling and snowballed out of control.
Caitlyn pick was unanswerable. They lose the lane so hard, and I don't know how the draft went. I'm saying it again, but if you want to play the Lilia, you need a good bot lane prior. If you're gonna play farming jungler, you need scuttles, you need priors, so you can go other jungle or river. But in that case, they both lose the jungle and the mid lane. But what did they get?
I mean, the mid lane was, I'd say the mid lane was fairly even for most of the part.
Actually, my bad. I tried to say bot lane.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, the mid lane, it was working out, but when bot was just permanently pushed in, it was really hard for the Lilia to do stuff, yeah.
I think the only chance of the Team Purple this game was letting the Normie engage to them, so they might try something, but as we see, it didn't happen, sadly. And that was a abusive game by Team Black.
Yeah,
especially in the bot lane.
This was a real blowout here. So we'll see if the next game ends up any different, because this is a best of 3 series. So we will be coming back to you again after the next pro draft. So we'll see you shortly.